Before we start this video, please like and subscribe. Will here again, back with another video. Today I'm going to have just a rundown of the Hornets, Panthers, and Tar Heels, just some headlines in the news. First off, I'm going to start with UNC Tar Heels. It's a little bit more serious note. As we heard yesterday, the news broke about Montross being diagnosed with cancer. He definitely, I wish him well. I hope he has a speedy recovery and beats this like, he beat Michigan back in the day, which I know he will. He's definitely is one of my most favorite players, and if you remember in one of my videos did a couple weeks ago about my top five, my favorite top five players, he was definitely in the top five. I think he was number 3 on my list, most likely. But I hope and pray that he has a fast recovery and he gets through this pretty quick. I know the cancer that they said he was diagnosed with was, they had concerns that it was on his liver, and they're going to be making sure, they're checking to make sure it's not within the lymph nodes and stuff that is near all that stuff that are involved. Now he's going to be having his first chemo immunotherapy, I think it's called, next Thursday. So hopefully that's a good process, and he gets through there pretty quick. So we wish Montross all best wishes. Let's pray for him, and we know that he can beat this cancer. So let's keep moving forward, and hopefully we'll see him back pretty soon at the games announcing, because he's definitely he's a real one. He's every time I've gone to a game, no matter where it's at, and he's there, I've seen him take pictures and sign autographs with no complaints. I've gotten autographs from him different places. I've taken a picture with him, and never once was there any issue whatsoever. The point of the chemo for him, though, they're trying to make sure that the cancer does not grow. They're trying to keep it, I guess, maintained, so that way they can do what they got to do. The other big thing that I want to talk about with UNC is that recruit Nicolus Timberlake from Townsend. They did an in-home visit with him this past week. I guess a virtual in-home. The coaching staff met with him for about a good hour and a half, and then he feels good about the visit, and he's planning to take an official visit at the school sometime soon. But this is the quote I want to read that he said. I guess it's not a quote, but his thoughts following the visit from UNC coaching staff. He said, "They think I can come in and help the program, which is definitely an exciting thing to hear from such a high-level program like theirs. They see me in a guard role, working within the offense, and hopefully knocking down some shots from the outside if I do decide to come." So hopefully when he comes for the visit, they get him to sign on the dotted line or make a commitment, because he shot 42% from the field this year. I think that's his average all around. That's his career stat, and I think he shot 37% from 3, which we definitely can use that. He scored 1,522 points his tenure at Townsend. So I think he'll be a good pickup for us as far as knocking down some threes. So hopefully we can get this guy. He seems like one that we're going after. So I feel like when he comes and visits, he's coming. That's why I think this transfer portal is good for some players, especially players that wasn't highly recruited or was mid-recruited, and had a choice between 2 teams, so they chose one, and then they came in, they blew up, and things didn't work out, and now they're able to get recruited by the top team that they wanted. So it gives players that don't have all that publicity when they were younger or whatever, in the hype, they can come prove themselves and then maybe move to the schools they want. So that's a good aspect of the transfer portal and rule. But like mentioned before, We need to get used to it. It's going to be what college basketball is from now on. I don't ever think we'll have you'll see 4 to 5 junior seniors on a team anymore. If they are, they're transfers or graduate students. But I don't see I don't think you'll have players come to a school and stay all 4 years if they're the top player on the team. I don't see it. I think they'll either transfer out depending on how the team goes, or go to the pro how their stats prove. I think that's going to be the culture. Now I want to get into something I haven't talked about in a while. I've been busy with basketball and all this, but Carolina Panthers have been making some moves. I like what they're doing. So I'm just going to do a little recap of the offseason so far for the Panthers. I'm not going to get too in-depth. I will probably make some videos here shortly about this and start covering this more in-depth. But just a little recap. Start off, as we know, we hired Frank Reich as our head coach, which at first I was like, what are we doing here? But because I guess I was all on Sean Payton. But I think that Frank Reich, after he got there and things, and I think he's been making the right moves. I think he's coming in firing shots, and he wants to win a Super Bowl quick. And the way we're going right now, we're going in that right direction. So we acquired the #1 pick from the Bears. Now we gave up some picks, but we also gave up DJ Moore, which I was kind of in my feelings about, because DJ Moore was a great player for us, a great wide receiver, and he was our #1 receiver, and now he's gone. So I was like, ugh. But we signed Miles Sanders. We lost Dante Foreman though, but we signed Miles Sanders from the Eagles, so that's a good pickup. We signed DJ Chark from Detroit, good pickup. We signed Adam Thielen from the Vikings, great pickup. And he said he's wanting to win a Super Bowl, so that's why it came. So he must know something we don't know. Tight end from the Bengals, Hayden Hurst is a good pickup. I remember watching him at South Carolina, so he's definitely a good pickup. Von Bell on defense. We re-signed Bradley Bozeman and Shy Tuttle. So we've been making some moves, guys. We've been restructuring contracts. I think Shaq Thompson had something restructured too. I know that there was a rumor we're about to get rid of him, but no, we don't need to touch our defense. So we definitely been making moves. Now, there's also the whole hype is, who is the Panthers going to draft in that #1 pick? There's rumors that the Panthers are going to trade that pick. I think the only way they trade that pick is if they know that they're going to get their guy, because they have a guy who they want at that position that they're going to trade for, to give up that #1 pick, and they're going to get a lot of picks to maybe grab a couple more players. So let's just say they can get CJ Stroud at the 3rd pick. They can trade that 1 pick for the 3rd pick plus other picks to get their guy and maybe a couple other big time players coming out of the draft this year, or however it may go. But I think crystal ball for me is, I think that they're going CJ Stroud. I don't think Bryce Young is who they're going to go for. I think CJ Stroud is more of a player they're looking for. He's a bigger time quarterback. And everybody's remembered, I remember the last game you saw CJ Stroud play for Ohio State, and he played great. And he played great the year before. And then we all remember, we see Bryce Young. So what have you done for me lately? And CJ Stroud, in my opinion, is above him for what have you done for me lately. Now, the guy from Florida, Anthony Richardson, they're pretty big on too, but I wouldn't draft him #1 for sure. Like, I feel like that's a wasted draft. If that's who you want and you want to get him at the 4th pick, then yeah, you can do what I mentioned earlier about trading off, get some more picks and all that stuff for that pick. So, possibility, but I think the Panthers got to go CJ Stroud. It's just what I think. But that's all I got. I'm back. Had some technical difficulties again. I lost my train of thought. Then my computer froze up, so not sure what happened. But what I was going to say is, everybody please like and subscribe to this video. Please check out all my other social media platforms, which I have listed here now. You can check me out. Also, I have some new music background from one of my childhood friends that he has given me. So his Instagram stuff will be at the end. So check him out. And also I have a buddy at the end for sports training. Check him out. Attitude plus effort. And then the other one for the music is let me make sure I'm saying it right. For the music, it's the Golden Air Strikes Again. Check him out on Instagram, both Attitude Plus Effort and Golden Air Strikes Again. Both their Instagram handles are on the advertisement at the end, so please go check them out. For the Attitude Plus Effort, if you're in the Charlotte, Fort Mill, Indian Land, that type of Lancaster County thing area, and you have younger kids that want to get into some sports training, this is the guy I would recommend. He's just now getting started, so he could definitely get you in, and I would get in before it gets full, because I promise you by summertime he's going to be full. So if you want to get your young kid out there, get some agility training, no specified sport, this training helps for all sports, I would check them out. But everyone have a great day.